Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. A little bit earlier than usual, but it is what it is. Uh, Hopefully, I find you any good. But thank you. Thank you for watching and welcome to the new subscribers. Appreciate your sharing because that way the channel is growing. More people get to know it and the benefits. Hopefully, you benefit from this. Appreciate you guys with this. Following also the energies is important because it's seeing it personally of the things that goes on. Looking at within the collective's energies in there, and be mindful that when are you getting these reports, uh, it is about the collective and your job as a collective in there, how you perceive it, how you receive the informations, and how that is going to be affecting you because the collective can try to give you these energies. Your job is to understand them and create these reactions of within you about within the energy fields so you can actually following and flowing in the proper ways in there. Following from yesterday's energy, hopefully you don't fall into the trap or anything in there. There's unpredictable changes that it's happening. But as far as it goes, you're going to see the energies that they are going to be start even early in the morning as the moon. It's going to be going entering Sag, that is going to be star opposing Jupiter. That is inset within the growth. That currently we are revising that growth within Gemini. So particularly if you're Gemini, you may gonna feel like this slowing down, going down. Things doesn't work right. Things doesn't get in okay. In there, and all that energy is coming and creates this lowering the growth with this. But at the same time as Jupiter, it is squaring Saturn, which is in Pisces. There is this when there is this limitations, this avoidance. Okay, we are talking about this and avoidance as a psychological elements within you, but there is avoidance within the energy. You're avoiding certain energies. You're avoiding your destiny. You're avoiding to face your fears. You're avoiding a lot of stuff. But if you look at it, also the void is an empty space where actually there is the chances for opportunities to grow. And some of the people they are avoiding the stuff and they're avoiding their destiny, which is where is the destiny right now? Right now, currently, the destiny is the North Node. That's where we are working. We are working on ourselves to fixing ourselves, which is the beginning, going back into the beginning. But then we are going to go back before the beginning of time, which is as soon as the North Node is going to be moving into Pisces, we are going to be going back into that subconscious that is wide open. It's got a lot of opportunities, the same like the void. But in our human existence here, we are talking about the avoidance. And that avoidance is going to come because the moon is going to be joining Mercury. Mercury is communications. Okay, those communications that you talk with others, you communicate with people, but also Mercury is responsible for communications within the energy field. How your energy communicating. Okay, you might not say a word, right? But you see somebody and you can judge them or you can kind of like fulfill them. If you're super hyper empath in there, you're gonna see these energies, right? You you have that communications because Mercury is controlling also the telepathy, the way you are processing the energies with others. And now, since the moon is going to be joining Mercury and is going to be squaring Saturn, that is going to be when you are going to go to this void and avoidance. I don't want to talk. I don't want to communicate. I don't want to be friendly. I don't see a friendly people, and so on with that. That is it because of the trap that was yesterday. Okay, particularly if you kind of like you falling into something, you look at a relationship situations in there. But you need to think about it that currently those energies they are teaching you that tell us think out of the box, get out of the box. go into an empty place where you have an opportunities. And this is going to be some of the challenges. Those challenges is going to come, but they're going to be very beautiful because at 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon is going to be at Sag. She's going to be still trining Mars. Very powerful energies. That's going to be a sextile with Pluto. And what is going to be the exit out of this? Okay, the exit out of this that is going to be the way that Mercury, it is a sextiling Lilith, and he's trining Chiron. Venus is sextiling Chiron and trining Lilith. That creates an angel wings. Okay, you're going out from these particular energies of communicating philosophy, psychology, and all this. You put in within that energies that it's I'm healing it myself there, and with Venus that is putting that renovating that love. You are renovating yourself. Okay, so the positive side of this avoidance is going to come in when you avoiding the trauma, the drama, and everything that browse you down, you to increase the wings. And since the moon is going to be arriving with Mercury, she's going to be tapping into those particular energies because everything else is not really going to work. It's going to be feel like a blockages, okay, within yourself. So this is going to be the energy at 7 o'clock there. At 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with the sun. Still, these divine energies with Mars, they're powerful. They are working. They are very. If you're masculine right now, you're working on yourself. Great. Only thing it is that the authority is squaring the North Node, while Mars is trining the North Node. Mars is reevaluating itself to go forward within its own destiny. Okay, so with this positive energies, the midheaven is going to come on. It's going to trigger. It's going to push. You're going to feel it at 8 o'clock energies. The moon is going to be powerful. She is sextiling Pluto. Pluto is sextiling the North Node. So this energy of transformations, you to change because you're changing because you are put in kind of like a force to change. Okay, but nobody likes when the things are forced. And when you see an adapt, Saturn is going to tell you, don't avoid in this. This is going to keep coming to you until you rise above, until you grow up, until you mature up, until you ascend, grow, and all this. All right, so there's a lot of positiveness coming without these negative situations. All right, 9 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be at Scorpio. That is going to be trining the North Node. It's in the shadow. You need to understand the rabbit hole. That is the purposes. The rabbit hole is in Scorpio. Okay, there is something. It's called in the astrology world. You guys can investigate it in yourself. It's called the Via Corbusta or the Burnet Road. This is the place where you actually entering there and you burn everything that doesn't serve purpose. Okay, but coming out of the other side, it's like you going in the one side of the portal, the entrance in through the gravity, and you're gonna come out something different than that. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be look like because you are facing at this, but the midheaven is gonna be opposing Uranus. That is this unpredictable changes that it's there. And since Venus is still squaring Uranus, you're gonna feel these energies of the yesterday, whatever the moon is, and hopefully everything went okay with you. All right, because in the next hour at 10 o'clock, the pay attention to the intuition. Okay, currently at that time the moon is gonna be at 7 degrees, and she is beginning to oppose, as I said, Jupiter that is at 13 degrees, and we have Saturn that is at 14 degrees. So now that the energy begins to be really pay attention, so you start working on this process of the avoidance. What are you avoiding? What is it there? You need to understand there is no gain without the pain. Okay, don't be kind of like there's gonna be some this energies, particularly we're talking about within the feminine energies, connections to mother. You might be revising something with mother, desire to talk or communicate, or particularly that kind of like You want to talk with them for something particular, but something is out there that says like, not right now, not at this moment, because maybe they're not ready. Maybe they weren't ready all the time. But you avoiding this kind of like situations can lead you to this withdrawal in there, and the subconscious patterns, they're going to be so much because there's going to be a lot of learning. Right now, Saturn is driving us into this new learning process as the Sun is going and is sextiling Saturn. That is the wise man who only gives the energies to the kings. Okay, that's how you need to think about it. If you're a female, the queen, you get this advising in there. Okay, Merlin is not going to advise everybody. Merlin advise the king, Arthur, right? Right there. That connections only. Okay. So if you're seeing it, those energies, they're going to be very powerful. They're going to come. And as we are talking about in the next hour at 11 o'clock, the midheaven, the inner work, we're going to see at the moon tomorrow. The moon tomorrow is going to have divine energies with Uranus. You're going to understand that all these events in the past few days, and they were created by the universe. And you're going to laugh. Okay, you're going to laughing about it because that's how the universe is going to return. You probably remove something, you dump something into the void. Okay, you let it go of some of the things, and now you become this power of the light. Okay, you imagine that the light, when it comes in, should change what? Should change colors. It doesn't matter what you do. You can practice it, these exercises in there with yourself. Take like a little paper, colored paper, and shine the light, and you can see how it changes the colors. And that is going to be you. And that's how things are coming. It's going to be changing. Those people who are working on the aura and aura clearing in there, this is going to be a very benefit. We're going to be talking about this more tomorrow, okay? I know you guys want to know everything, but sometimes, it has to be what it needs to be. All right, next hour, 12 o'clock. You guys already know if you've been following the channel here, it's going to be the authority time. What is going to be the authority? Yeah, you don't like it, this. You don't like the destiny. You don't like the situations. It is what it is. But that energy is, I need to learn. I have to be wise of where I'm going. I need to make sure everything is going to be okay. I can't just be out there and go with the flow. There is got to be something behind the flow, and that's how you're going to be getting at the traps from the universe in there. Okay, because the situations is not going to be. This is like you have that donkey and you go into the road and the angel is stopping the donkey. You don't see the angel, but the donkey is stubborn, right? Because the donkey is stopped by the angel. You don't see it. You start pulling, nothing happens, right? You're beginning to wonder why. Until the angel appears to you, it's like, hey, it's for your own good. Because if you continue on the road is going to be broken down. You're going to die. But you have something to do for the divine. We're here to save you. This is kind of like an energy is going to come towards this, and that's how the authority is going to be. Hopefully, you listen and see it in there. Don't be stubborn donkey. All right. Next hour, the midheaven is going to be at Capricorn, as I said, particularly with these energies of squaring Chiron and Lilith opposing Chiron. Right now, a lot of the people have all of a sudden unhealed situations, unhealed things. You need to work on a self healing. This energy, particularly of the mean Lilith, it's at 19 degrees. I'm sorry, at 20 degrees, and Chiron is at 19 degrees. It's this direct oppositions there. It's kind of like you seeing it in the shadow. It's like, yeah, I know this makes me sick, but I don't know how to heal it. I know this, but I have to put the time, the effort, and the energies to do this. And now this work, it's coming. If you're at work, this is a 1 o'clock. Be mindful about those energies because they're talking about relationships that it's going to be related to work. Okay. So, with the ascendant being a Taurus, talking about this money situation, currently, Mercury and Lilith, they have a yacht with Taurus. So you're gonna see some of the things in there that hasn't been working, how to make money, but you're gonna see the visions, how you need to adjust. Okay, because here it is Mercury, here it's Lilith, here is this divine energy. So it's pointing towards the ascendant, your view right here. It's coming right towards you, and that energy is gonna comes in and tells you the following things. There is a reason why you're not growing right now. There is a reason why it's a restrictions, and there is a reasons why you have to evaluate your actions. Because before you act, you need to think about the consequences, and that comes in from who? That comes in from Pluto in Aquarius. Because before we were learning this, just copy paste actions. Somebody did something, and we're not following the actions. We did something and we don't care. We forgot about what the word care is, what it's represent. Okay, is your actions gonna hurt somebody? Is your actions is gonna be doing it? Right now, Mars is like, I saw what has been done. I saw this old pattern. I need to dump it into the void. Down, right there. If you do that work, you got a 6+ in my book. All right. Talking about 2 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with Pluto, powerful energies with the North Node. And it comes in, it's been this sextile, and it's been this trine with Mars. The moon is still supporting Mars. Okay. This is the time where the intuition is going to teach you your masculine energies. If you're feminine and you don't understand the masculine energies, about to learn it. Why the certain ways the masculine do certain things that way. Okay. Because they also have intuition. You need to understand a lot of misunderstanding there. It's coming that the masculine, they don't have intuition. It's the power of the female. If you're thinking that way, you got long way to go and grow in that. Okay, the masculine intuition is more faster, and it's operating of I know how. Okay, the only thing as an input that it's missing within the masculine informations, that is either why. Why it has to be. Why it's that way. Why is that? That's what they don't like. And this is why they don't like when somebody tells them why. Okay? Go asking us so many questions with why to the man and see how they're gonna react. Okay? You don't see it. But if you're asking the man, hey, how can we do this? How can we do that? It's the greatest advice you're gonna get. You see, that's what you need to understand on these positions. All right. So if you're feminine and if you so many why, and your man is aggravated, you understand you're not doing the right things. But if you're asking how can we, what can we, and you're gonna get the greatest cooperations because the masculine is gonna be why you're thinking that way, why getting it, and they're gonna be improving the feminine intuition. Dude, it's all within the energies, guys. It's always gonna be there, and it's gonna be require a lot of love. You're gonna see it in the next hour at 3 o'clock. Midheaven is gonna be with Venus, as I said. Venus is trining with it, but it's sextiling Chiron. Those are those, under what it's seen, the unseen energies field that it comes into you. Okay, those are the energies. All right. You put love, you put light, you put the friendliness in there. You putting that light into the darkness, into the rabbit hole. And now is guess what? Light attracts light. The one thing you need to do when you're going through the rabbit hole is holding the light. Because the light comes in, attracts the light, and you get out of that rabbit hole. That is the little trick. Okay. All right, next hour is going to be 4 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be moving into Cancer. A lot of the family things needs to be evaluated there. The midheaven is going to be at Pisces. Subconscious patterns checked out, particularly within their Dory. Okay. I feel that this is it, but there is something. Maybe it's not right. That's what the authority will be. Okay. It's never wrong to double check yourself. The only thing that is wrong is when you allow the power of the doubts to enter in your mind. Then, when you're doubtful, you cannot make decisions. Okay. So, with that kind of like of energies that it's going to come in, you're seeking what? The wisdom. Okay. You feel like you're weak and you're like, well, I don't want to talk with nobody, but you feel like you need to talk to someone, right? And you go out and you talk to what? The person that you know. He knows the thing behind the veil. Okay, this is your to go person. You all have a to go person. Okay, you all have someone that knows everything about you, and that's the reason they are in your life. This could be your soulmate, this could be your best friend, this could be a someone from work, someone who you go to, and that is going to be this energy. Now, with that energies in there, in the next hour, we are going to be midheaven is going to be between Saturn and Neptune. There, pretty powerful, working within the consciousness in there. You realizing situations, but you see what's coming because the Moon and Mercury right now are coming together. That energies towards Saturn is going to be really increased. The moon is at 11 degrees and Sag. Mercury is at 15 degrees and Sag. Saturn is at 14 degrees at Pisces. And we have a Jupiter that it's 13 degrees. So now that energy is really piling it up. Okay. It's kind of like you're putting into this box in there. The box is all, and now you feel like, oh, I don't breathe, I don't feel, I don't know. You're putting into the darkness. And now within that darkness is about you to shine the light right now and there. And then the light is going to come in. You're going to see with what you're doing. One thing to remember that every time when you shine the light, you're exposed darkness. And then that is exploding. Okay? It's the same way that this black hole collecting all the material and it's coming and the light from inside, a powerful light that it comes in and it spins that black hole from the gravitational forces. It comes in, it spins, and at the end there is no more spin. It's still spinning, but it does this, and when it does this, it breaks it into two places, and now the material spins and it creates galaxy and life. That's how you're gonna feel with the power of understanding the gravities. Okay, it's not only about astrology. The astrology comes in with that magnetic field that it's created, what it's come to us. But you're gonna feel this powerful energies. All right, next hour, the midheaven is going to be at the Aries at 6 p.m. Powerful energies that's gonna come in towards the moon and Mercury. That's gonna be this trine there. Fire in the hole. Yes, you're making that exit there. Hopefully, you're going to be making that exit because it's all depending on you. Okay, you put yourself in that box. You understanding in this, in there. Don't feel like since you're here on Earth, you feel like a jail. No, you're here on Earth because you are about to have the greatest experience in the world as a soul experience in the body. Because when you're a soul, you cannot touch the flowers, you cannot smell them, you cannot eat food, you cannot tasting the food there. Only thing you need to understand and be mindful about it that you can't bring the one world into the other. But when you going from the one world to the other, you have the greatest experiences there. And this is why you bring in the heaven on earth. When you here have that experience, okay, as a living soul in a body, because that way you unite the both worlds, okay? Because you cannot take not even a single atom from earth out in the spiritual realm, okay? You can bring your spirituality, what you learn up here, as long you have the connections with above. And this is your own job. It's nobody else's job. All right. All right. 7 p.m. The ascendant is going to be at Leo. The midheaven is going to be with Chiron. Self healing is in order, but there is also a lot of love. Also a lot of love. That is a sextile in Venus. That is it trining the Mercury and now you understand the difference between avoiding, escaping, and destinies. It's your own within you, and not with somebody else. Okay. You may gonna have some people who's gonna come to you and it's gonna be kind of like, oh, you should not do this. Oh, this is craziness. Just because they cannot do it, you go ahead to do it twice. First time to prove it to yourself, a second time to be example for them. Then let them go. All right. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about. Some people with that Mercury and Sag will have I would say cow. You know what I'm talking about. And that energy is going to come there, but the authority is looking in a perfectly proper situations. At 8 o'clock, we are going to have midheaven, divine energies from Mercury and the moon with the true Lilith. See, the truth will set you free as long as you know what the truth is. Okay? Not assume, not thinking. No, that's the difference. So if you feel something, you get something, go out, do some research about it. That is the truth. That is the thing. Because the assumptions is the best way of failure. Okay? All right? All right. Well, you're going to understand the universe got that plan in there. The midheaven is going to be with Uranus, sextiling Neptune, trining Pluto, and Pluto going to the North Node, if the North Node to the Mars. But it squares Venus. Your love is not proper. You're not going to be. Okay? If you don't possess the proper way of love, all those energies, all those good energies that it comes to you, you're not going to be able to get it. Until the student is not ready, the teacher doesn't appear. So is the universe. Until you're not ready for the universe is not going to appear to you. And here is that energies that teaching you not to go without love against the universe. Okay? Not to go without. And 10 o'clock, we are going to have this avoidance right now that is going to be so strong, so powerful here. The midheaven is going to be with Jupiter and Gemini. Duality. To be or not to be will not be a question. It will be a really understanding. Okay. The midheaven together with Jupiter, that is going to be squaring Saturn, that is going to be opposing, particularly this union with the moon and Mercury. The ascendant that is at Virgo, it's going to be on that squaring. So too much intense energies, too much of the things, but the authority will see the divine purpose behind it. Midheaven is going to be in divine energies with the sun. That is a where some of those people who went through these challenges, these adversities, they foreseen the success, they seen it, they tasted before it actually happened because it's been grounded. The door has been opened from the previous hour. You got that. You received that. You are that. Only thing you did not know, you had the key for that door. And now they teach you that you have it. Okay? But for a lot of the people, this is going to be the time of this avoidance, lack of the growth. Okay? That is going to be the squaring with Saturn. You seeking at the wisdom, but you want somebody to do the job. Well, the job is yours. You're seeking the proper communications, proper things. You learn it, you read it, but that's not for me. You avoided it. You're looking at to organize everything in there, but you're stubborn. You don't want to change. And that is where that comes from. And when you put all those four energies together with the inner work at the current moment in time, you are going to be feel tensions, the pressures. But this, it's creating this diamond shape, okay? And then you're gonna figure it out. You are also the diamond in the process of making yourself. Talking about people who work within the energies, they are feeling this power inside of them, and they understand they can withstand for this, and they understand how. Okay, the moon and Mercury, they are gonna be sextiling the Min Lilith. Min Lilith, it is gonna be trining Venus. At the same time, the moon and Mercury, there are going to be trining Chiron, the healing path, that it also goes to Venus. As you see, everything is connecting with the power of love. And that power of love is going to come in the next hour. Powerful energy from Venus towards the ascendant. You're understanding what the renovating yourself as a love is there. You understanding the proper things. Only thing is Venus is in 24 degrees and Uranus at 23 degrees 43 minutes. They're squaring to each other. So you need to allow some of the love energies to grow in there. Some of the things before they manifest, they have to be put in order. That is also including your consciousness, your subconsciousness, your acts, and everything that needs to be organized. But that is going to be having guidelines from what? The ascendant, particularly there is a 25 degrees, it is trining the 23 degrees Uranus and Taurus. This is a art energies, or universe giving you the guidelines on art. But everything is going to take time. Okay? Everything is going to take some time. All right, guys. So wish you good luck. Grow. Do the things right. Be love.